Hey, what's going on, y'all? RJ here with CV Tech, and today I'll be doing my first unboxing of a Total Wireless device. This is the ZTE Z Max Champ. Now, I do know that a lot of Total Wireless and Straight Talk devices are low spec, a lot lower spec than, say, phones of the same caliber from Boost Mobile, Metro PCS, Cricket, stuff like that. Not really sure the reason why, but sometimes you have to just kind of go with it, and there it is. So this phone here reminds me a lot. The design reminds me of the ZTE Warp 7 that was on Boost Mobile, and it does have a 5.5-inch display. So let's go ahead here and open up the flap here, and there is the device. Now down here it does show a few of the specs. It does have Marshmallow 6.0, 5.5-inch display. It does have 8 gigabytes of internal storage, which is one of the major downfalls. It does have an 8 megapixel camera in the rear, 2 in the front, and a 1.3 gigahertz quad core processor. So let's go ahead here and get this phone out of the box, and we'll take a look at it. So let's go ahead and get this front flap off here. We will remove the phone. Top cover here. We got the battery here in this bubble wrap and in this plastic. Let's go ahead and get this battery out of here. Actually, we'll just sit to the side right now. Of course, here is the back cover. Okay, we got your phone and feature guide here. We have your wall adapter and cable. This is I can't tell if it's USB Type C or, let's see here. It's hard to tell through this, but yeah, this is USB Type C, and this is the wall adapter here. And of course, just your terms and conditions of service right there. So pretty much typical stuff that you see in the box here for Total Wireless or Straight Talk devices. Let's go ahead here and put this box back together, and we'll get looking at the phone. Okay, y'all, so we got the phone right here. Taking a look here at the back, you will see that up here is, of course, your nano SIM card slot, your micro SD card slot. Got your battery here, so we'll go ahead and just put the battery in the device just like this. We'll remove this little camera cover sticker there, and we will pop on the back cover. Now, like I said, this phone has an 8 megapixel camera on the rear with a 2 megapixel on the front. I know that's not hitting on a whole lot, but you may be surprised. So let's go ahead and peel out the front cover and take a look around the phone. Now on the left side you have nothing. On top you have your 3.5mm headset jack, microphone. On the bottom you have micro USB Type C, microphone there on the bottom as well. You have your power and your volume rockers there. On the front you have your back, home, and recents keys. On the back, of course, is your camera, flash, and your single rear speaker. Let's go ahead and give this phone its first boot up. So we got ZTE powered by Android, and I'm really kind of interested to see how this phone's going to run. Now, these phones do not tell how much RAM they are packing in their devices most of the time. It does have a 1.3 gigahertz quad core processor, so I have to look into that as well. And 8 gigabytes of internal storage, which is, it could be 16. It wouldn't hurt them one bit to put 16 gigabytes in this device instead of 8. But anyway, I'll get this all set up and I'll come back when it's finished. Okay, so we're all set up now and ready to go. Now, upon powering this thing on, it does have your typical ZTE look with the stock Android experience and feel. Got your drop down up here, of course. and you got your various stuff up there, your auto rotate, sound, flashlight, airplane mode, all that kind of cool stuff. The screen gets pretty bright. I got it down pretty low right now, and you can see how bright the phone actually, or the screen does look. Now this phone does have a 5.5 inch 720p display. Let's go ahead and go into the menu settings here. The phone does feel snappy, of course it always does when you first pull it out of the box, and it tells the tale when you actually download all your apps, stuff like that. So yeah, let's go into settings here and look at a few things here. This is just going to be a first look, a quick look. And of course, like we all know, it has 8 gigabytes of storage, and it only has 3.58 gigabytes available out of the box. So we'll see what we can do with that. And yeah, for 2017, that's pretty bad. I mean, like I said, this phone here could have easily had 16 gigabytes of ROM, but they chose to put 8 in it for some reason. I don't know why. This phone cost around $89 at Walmart. I don't think it's worth that kind of money. I didn't pay that for this phone. I was able to get it on sale actually, so that's why I actually bought it to try it out. And looking down here at About Phone, you will see that it is 6.0.1 Marshmallow right there. So we'll see, what happens there and everything. But now this phone, like I said, does have an 8 megapixel camera on the rear and a 2 megapixel camera on the front. So I will be going in there and trying that camera out and seeing if it's bad, if it's good, because megapixel count don't mean nothing anymore. It really does not mean anything. So, we'll see how that works out. Going to messaging here, let's add a conversation. It looks like that it uses KeyPal or TouchPal, something like that, out of the box. And you got your emoji button over here, and so here are all of your emojis here that you can see. I typically use Gboard, so of course I will be downloading that for my keyboard. It has your emoji art, emoticons over there as well. So yeah, that's the keyboard. And of course you got your phone dialer here, typical ZTE phone dialer, and the phone does feel very responsive. So in a few days I will be letting y'all know how this phone does seem to work. I'm going to take a quick look at the camera here, and I can always kind of tell how the camera's going to look a little bit here. Let's go to the front facing camera, and honestly, from right here, the camera don't look bad for 2 megapixel. I mean, I guess it'll tell the tale. I may even do a video with it, and stuff like that. Simple video pictures and simple video tests, and like I said, it is 2 megapixel, and that's not a whole lot. But like I always say, the megapixels really don't matter anymore. So let's go. So you got 720p in video there. Go to the rear camera here, and we will see that it does. Camera says full screen, on or off. I have to go into manual mode to change all of that, and it does record in 720 only in the rear. So it is 720 front and rear. So they did not have any 1080 on this phone. Honestly, to me, that's not really important. This is just my quick first look, and these buttons down here do light up a very, very nice shade of blue. It looks a lot better in person than it does on screen, but they look really nice. So yeah, that's just my unboxing and first look of the ZTE Z Max Champ on Total Wireless. If this was helpful and informative in any way, hit that like button. Any questions or comments, leave it down in the comment section below, and I'll get back with you as soon as possible. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all in the next video.